Let me tell you a hidden truth about what truly draws women in. It is something many men will never fully understand. It is not about being the tallest, the richest, or the best-looking man in the room. It is not about driving expensive cars or memorizing clever pickup lines. The real secret lies in the exact words you choose during those important early moments of a conversation. Right now, some men are stuck in dull, easy-to-forget talks with attractive women, while others use just a few powerful phrases that make her lean in closer, laugh more freely, and think about him for days afterward. So, what makes the difference? It comes down to simple psychology. After helping thousands of men and watching hundreds of real conversations unfold, Psychology of Attraction Explained discovered 3 easy but powerful phrases that awaken her natural interest, help you stand out quickly, and build attraction without pressure. The best part is that you can start using these phrases immediately. You do not need special training or endless practice. One of these phrases works so well that women sometimes text their friends about you shortly after hearing it. Another one keeps her focused on every word you say. And the third one is my personal favorite because it creates instant chemistry. If you want the real psychological secrets behind instant attraction, tap like right now so more men can discover this. And if you want to change the way women respond to you during conversations, keep listening because I am about to share all 3. Now think about that moment when a conversation suddenly shifts, that second when small talk turns into something exciting and full of energy. Her eyes brighten. Her body relaxes. A real connection starts to form. This does not happen by accident. It is not magic or luck. It is the science of attraction quietly doing its work. My name is John from Stoic Focus, and for the past 10 years, I have studied thousands of real interactions between men and women. What I have learned can phrase number 1 emotional safety trigger completely change the way you see dating from this point forward. Most men make one major mistake. They spend too much time thinking about what to say to impress a woman instead of focusing on how to make her feel something meaningful. The truth is simple. Attraction does not come from perfect sentences. It comes from understanding emotional triggers that naturally pull someone closer to you. Today, I am sharing 3 phrases that work like hidden keys. They move past logical thinking and speak directly to emotion. These are not ordinary pickup lines. They are not cheap tricks. They are smart shortcuts for communication backed by modern psychology and tested in real life with hundreds of students. They follow timeless principles of connection and charm. Research from UCLA shows that one of these phrases can make you over 80% more memorable. Another creates what experts call fast emotional closeness. And the third works so quickly that I have seen it spark interest in under 30 seconds. What makes this different from typical dating advice is that we are not trying to control or manipulate anyone. We are building real social skills that work everywhere at work, at social events, or anywhere you meet someone interesting. By the end of this, you will understand why these phrases work, when to use them, and how to adapt them to sound natural in your own voice. No fake techniques, no empty talk, just practical tools you can use right away. Phrase number 2, identity validation. The first phrase is based on curiosity. Conversations follow a natural rhythm. And when you begin a thought but stop before finishing it, the brain automatically wants closure. This is not about playing games. It is simply how human attention works. We want to know the rest of the story. Here's how to use it. Wait for the right moment, usually when she shares something personal, like a hobby or a short story from her life. Then say something like, "You remind me of someone." Pause briefly, then add, "Never mind." Or you could say, "There is something about the way you think, but it is not important." And then smoothly move on. You might even say, "The way you explained that just now made me think of something." Never mind, I will leave it. The key is to say it casually, as if the thought just appeared, not like a planned line. Then gently shift the topic. What happens next is interesting. Her mind starts wondering what you almost said. She may ask later or give you a curious look. This creates a natural back and forth flow. When she finally asks, she often opens up on a deeper level, not about looks, but about who she really is. For example, you might say later, "You have a calm and thoughtful way of speaking. It reminds me of someone who is very comfortable with who they are." There is quiet strength in how you talk about your work. This turns simple chat into something meaningful. It shows you are paying attention and keeps the conversation moving without pressure. Phrase number 3. Subconscious desire cue also separates you from men who try too hard to impress. Always remember, this is not about mind games. It is about creating real conversations that feel honest and natural. The second phrase is the hidden compliment. This is a way to make her feel genuinely seen and valued. Most compliments fail because they are predictable. Attractive women hear you look beautiful all the time. Over the years, they learn to block shallow praise. But a hidden compliment goes past that wall. It touches something deeper. This kind of compliment is based on observation, not flattery. It works because it connects to who she is inside. Studies show that compliments about character and ability create far more interest than comments about appearance. Praising inner qualities lasts longer in memory. Noticing specific actions activates reward centers in the brain. To use this well, wait until she shares something real. Be specific. Instead of saying you are smart, say the way you explain that shows real depth and clarity. Keep it honest and grounded in what you truly notice. You could say most people would not notice this, but you have a natural way of making others feel heard and relaxed. Or you have a rare mix of strength and kindness that stands out. Another example is the way your ideas connect is interesting. When you shared that thought, it showed a fresh perspective. Say it calmly with light eye contact, then continue the conversation. Do not wait for praise in return. Inside her mind, several things. How to deliver them naturally happen. She feels surprised. He really noticed that about me. Then she feels appreciated. Someone sees the real me. Attraction grows quietly from there. A more advanced version is combining observation and appreciation. For example, the way you handled that moment showed patience, and the way you included everyone showed awareness. Most people miss things like that. Watch for signs you may be overdoing it. If she only says thanks and shuts down, if it sounds generic, or if it feels too personal too early, adjust next time. This approach fits well with Stoic ideas. Marcus Aurelius wrote about seeing beyond appearances. This style of compliment does exactly that. It shows presence, awareness, and emotional intelligence, traits that have always defined high-value people. Here's a simple challenge. In your next conversation with a woman, find one genuine thing to compliment that has nothing to do with her looks. Notice how much warmer her response feels compared to basic praise. The third phrase uses a light form of reverse psychology. Instead of only focusing on her, you reveal something unexpected about yourself, a small weakness, an uncommon opinion, or a different habit. This sparks curiosity without appearing needy. It works because people are drawn to what feels real and unexpected. When you gently go against expectations, it mistakes that kill attraction, creates interest, and opens deeper conversation. The most important rule for all three phrases is this: be yourself. Never pretend to be someone else. Use these ideas to reveal who you are, not to hide behind a role. Each phrase creates a different type of connection, but all of them work best when they come from honesty and presence. One creates curiosity, another offers validation, and the third adds a sense of intrigue. When you use them smoothly in your conversations, you will start to notice women leaning in, asking more questions, and sharing more than they usually do. By practicing these three simple phrases, you will feel more confident in social moments, build stronger connections, and stand out without trying too hard. Always remember, this is never about memorizing lines or using cheap tricks. It is about understanding how people connect and using that understanding in an honest way. Over time, these ways of speaking will feel completely natural, helping you communicate in a style that feels memorable, attractive, and meaningful. Type yes if you are ready for me to reveal even more hidden triggers that draw women in effortlessly. And if you remember only one thing from all of this, let it be this. The words you final psychology insight choose matter far more than your height, your money, or your social status. Learn these phrases well. Use them with care, and you will notice a real shift in how women respond to you. Conversations will start to flow more easily. Connections will feel deeper and more sincere, and attraction will begin to grow on its own. These are not quick fixes. They are proven methods supported by science that work in everyday life. Start using them today. Listen carefully to people. Stay true to who you are and watch the results unfold. Now, let me share a quiet power move that often makes her want to chase you more. Here is a tough truth about attraction that most men never figure out. The person who asks questions may seem to lead the conversation, but the person who knows how to turn questions around often leads the real connection. This is not about playing mind games. It is about understanding the gentle rhythm of an engaging conversation. When used the right way, this single method can turn boring small talk into an exciting exchange where she starts trying to impress you. Why does this feel almost magical? Because most women are used to an unspoken interview. Men ask question after question. What do you do for work? Where did you grow up? What do you like to do for fun? It feels predictable, flat, and worst of all, it puts all the pressure on her to perform. The reverse question completely changes the dynamic by inviting her to explain herself to you. It is a subtle shift of control that shows you have standards and are not just looking for attention from anyone. When done well, it creates playful tension, the healthy kind that sparks attraction. When she asks something personal like, "Why are you still single?" or "What do you enjoy doing?" or "What are you looking for in a partner?" Try responding with something like, "Why do you think that is?" Take a guess. Or I could ask you the same thing, but I already have a pretty good idea. The pull of curiosity is strong. Now she has to think about you instead of simply answering. Often she ends up sharing more about herself while trying to guess what you mean. That simple line, I think I already know, adds just enough mystery to keep things interesting. Here is a real example from one of my students. A woman asked him, "So why is a nice guy like you still single?" He smiled and replied, "What is your theory?" She laughed and said, "Maybe you are too selective." He answered, "Interesting. What does being too selective look like to you?" In that moment, the conversation shifted from a stiff interview into a natural flowing exchange. More advanced versions include pausing briefly when you say, "I think I already know," or letting a slow smile appear as she talks. These small details can build natural excitement. After she guesses, you can say close, but the real reason is even better. Just be mindful not to overuse this technique. Do not use it for simple facts like where you live. Do not repeat it so often that you seem distant, and always have a playful follow-up ready if she keeps asking. The deeper lesson here comes from Stoic wisdom. It is not events themselves that matter most, but how we respond to them. This approach reflects that idea. You are not just answering questions. You are shaping the entire interaction. Your goal is simple. The next time a woman asks you something personal, resist the urge to give the usual direct answer. Turn it back to her in a light, relaxed way, and notice how much more engaged she becomes. Everything you have learned here goes far beyond simple conversation tips. It is a new way of understanding how real attraction develops. These phrases work because they come from calm confidence, not neediness. They never try to control anyone. They simply help you show your best self in a way that naturally draws the right people closer. But here is the honest truth. Knowing this means nothing if you never use it. This week, choose just one method. It can be the unfinished idea, the hidden compliment, or the reverse question. Try it in a real conversation. Pay attention to how women respond when you stop looking for approval and start creating genuine interest. I truly want to hear how it goes for you. Leave a comment and share which phrase felt strongest. Where do you plan to use it first? What was your biggest realization from all of this? If this changed how you see attraction, comment mine be blown below. I read every comment and reply to the ones that stand out. For those who want to go deeper, subscribe and turn on the bell. Next time, we will explore another powerful method that makes her want to chase you. If you plan to use one of these phrases soon, comment which one you will try first and subscribe for more psychology insights that help build attraction naturally. This approach has been used by confident, naturally charming men for centuries. And always remember, this is never about scripts or acting a part. It is about becoming the kind of man who creates strong connections through real confidence, clear awareness, and honest authenticity.